back into the channel. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Monday, April 7th, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions as always. 2 picks in the video. And we also have our thoughts on the national championship game in college basketball between the Houston Cougars and the Florida Gators. Super excited about that game. Should be a lot of fun to watch that one. And we'll give our thoughts here at the end of the video and our lean for that game. It'll be an unofficial pick, obviously, but we'll have a lean on that game in the Houston Cougars Gators game. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 9,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Make sure you guys also hit that like button for me as well if you're a returning viewer. Really helps us out grow the video. Guys, don't forget to drop your favorite pick as always for today's action. Would love to hear what you guys are playing. Give me your thoughts on the national championship tonight as they close out college basketball. Super excited about that. So make sure you guys drop your favorite action for today. And in the NBA as well. Short NBA slate, just 2 games on the slate today. But hey, still opportunities out there to be made. Money to be made, obviously, today. So from yesterday, we had Justin McKelvey in the comment section calling Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 6.5 assists. We had Gotta Get the Bag calling OG Anunoby over 18.5 points. Eric May calling Luka Doncic over 42.5 PRAs. Mike Crone calling Royce O'Neal under in points. Lou Dort 2 threes parlay for plus 156. Great call out there. Scarborough Betts calling SGA 2 threes and Kobe White over 23.5 points. Love to see it, guys. Great call outs from our comment cappers. If you guys would like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. I'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Make sure you guys check out all of our links down below in the pinned comment and description. All of our links for social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Of course, our community Discord page as well. Great ways to connect with the channel, to stay updated here on things going on around the channel. Check out all those links down below, like I said, in the pinned comment and description. And then also check out our Straight Fire merchandise if you guys are interested in purchasing any Straight Fire swag, shirts, mugs, signs, stuff like that. The link for that in the pinned comment in the description as well for that for our store. So check that out. And then lastly, check out our Straight Fire MVP program. Best value here at the channel. Just $3.99 for the entire month to get access to all of our picks and our plays early, a couple hours in advance of the video. You also get access to our SFP MVP exclusive pick of the day. Which will likely be in baseball today. We are going to return that today. That should be in baseball today. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And also check out our baseball video as well. That's live. And outside of that, you also get some custom emojis, welcome on the Discord, and shoutouts on video. And also just a great way to support us here at the channel. All right, enough on that. Guys, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Mike Crone. He left another donation for us yesterday. I just wanted to say I appreciate you, Mike. We mentioned it in the MLB video as well. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support, like I said, from all of our members as well. And like I said, also from all of you guys that watched the video. So appreciate all of you guys. Yeah, just wanted to say that. Enough on that, though. Let's do a recap from yesterday. It was a great day in the NBA again for us. 3-1, plus 1.73 units. We love to see it. We had the Los Angeles Lakers plus 9 spread. They cash easily. They end up winning this game outright like we actually thought they might. And the Lakers completely dominated the Thunder yesterday. We had Christian Braun over 13.5 points. He ended up going for, I believe, a career-high 30 points. He went absolutely off, which you love to see that. And then we also had Derek White under 26.5 PRAs. Once again, we cashed at Derek White. I believe that's our 10th straight cash on Derek White. So he has been an absolute cash cow for us this season. We'd love to see it, guys. I'm going to post the last 2 unders. I had them up on the screen. I told Josh in the chat, he asked me to post the slip on White's under because he didn't believe I was playing Derek White's under. All love, Josh, but I just wanted to show you I was being genuine. That's my last 2 unders there up on the screen on Derek White. And then the only pick that missed was Stephen Curry over 25.5 points. He got completely shut down by the Houston Rockets last night. So, like we mentioned, that was the one spot on the floor where they were weak. Well, that last night, they completely dominated Curry and took him out of the game. They made it a point to do that, and they did so. So, obviously, that hurt. Really thought Curry would have a great game. But Still a great day in the NBA, 3-1 day. We get back after today, like I said, with 2 bets, 2 official bets today in the NBA, and then we also have a lean in the national championship game. So let's get after it today. Let's get right into our picks here, guys. At number 1, we're going Zach LaVine, over 20.5 points here for the Sacramento Kings. We got minus 106 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. Love this spot for Zach LaVine. Actually love that he's on a back-to-back, and I'll touch on that here in a minute. We've talked about how we've been wanting to take ball-dominant guards versus the Pistons. Now, the last time we tried to do that, Grizzlies and Pistons, we tried to take John Morant, who has been killing it, obviously ball in his hands a lot. He ended up getting ruled out that game, so that bet was voided. So we're returning back here with a guy I think is in another great spot, Zach LaVine, in this particular spot. Obviously, he can be very ball-dominant if he wants to be. We've seen him do it in the past. We've seen him actually post 50-plus points on this Pistons team on the road a couple years ago. So he's very capable of doing that, and he likes playing the Pistons on the road. He's cashed his last 6 road games versus the Pistons, including 25 this year. And the game before that was the game when he played the Pistons. He had 51. So obviously love seeing that. And once again, we're in a great spot here. We talked about ball-dominant guards, how they've done versus Pistons. Recently, Desmond Bane turned into the ball-dominant guard in that game, Grizzlies versus Pistons, obviously with no John Morant. He had 38. Was not surprised at all by that. Anthony Edwards, previous to that, had 25. Most of that coming in the second half when he finally decided to turn it on. Donovan Mitchell, 38. CJ McCollum, 40. You guys saw what... You guys also saw what Edwards did. Edwards had, I believe, a 50-piece versus his Pistons team in his other game. So, ball-dominant shooting guards have absolutely crushed this line versus the Pistons. And I think LaVine's in such a great spot here. He is 3 for his last 10, which I like because they've kept his lines low enough for us. But he's coming off of 2 games. His last 2 games with 25, 37 yesterday versus the Cavs in a win. So you guys don't think really they're going to go back to LaVine after it was working yesterday and a big win on the road in Cleveland? They're going to go right back to LaVine again and look for him to dominate this game. I could easily see him going for 30-plus in the spot. Overall, we've also seen Zach LaVine be better on the road, cashing in 66% of road games this season. On back-to-backs on the road this season, LaVine is also 5 of 6 to this line. So like I said, that's why I like it on the back-to-back. He's been great on the road, and he's been great on back-to-backs. And he's also been great versus the Pistons. And like I said, we've also been wanting to attack the Pistons with ball-dominant guards. So this is a perfect spot for LaVine to go over. So love it there for our number 1 pick, guys. We got Zach LaVine over 20.5 points here for the Sacramento Kings. Minus 106 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally, at number 2, we got Bam Adebayo over 30.5 points and rebounds here for the Miami Heat. Minus 114 odds on FanDuel, 1-unit play. Obviously, if you guys can't take the points and rebounds line, because I know some books don't offer that, I also love his PRA line as well. His PRA line is also very good in this spot as well. We've seen the 76ers of late really been getting dominated in the paint by bigs, power forwards, or centers. They're allowing the 2nd most points to centers, 8th most rebounds to centers over the last 15 games. Versus power forwards, which is where Bam Adebayo is listed. Now he'll play a little bit of both. That's why I mentioned both. But obviously the 76ers allowing the most points to power forwards and the 2nd most rebounds to power forwards, which, like I said, is where Adebayo is listed. You also got like a full injury report here for the Heat. You don't know who's going to play. That's why I didn't feel comfortable taking a spread. Initially, I wanted to look at that Heat spread, but too many players on the injury report to trust it. But obviously, if Tyler Herro is again out for the Heat, that's going to open this up a lot here for Adebayo to get even more looks. But even if Herro plays, I still love this play in this particular spot. We've seen him cash 3 of his last 4 home games with logs at 40, 26, 33, and 43 last game versus the Bucks, which was a tougher matchup for him. But here in this particular spot versus the 76ers, I think he's going to get what he wants. Khalil Ware, points and rebounds, is also in play as well. His line's 22.5. You can look at his, but I am trusting Adebayo's offensive skill more to have a big game than Khalil Ware. Obviously, Adebayo will be option number 1 for the Heat just because of his low post skill and his ability to make shots outside of the restricted area as well. So Adebayo, I think, to me, is just a better overall look, but I think there's a good chance both of these guys cash tonight and both have big games. We just saw Rudy Gobert go for 42 points and rebounds the other night versus the 76ers. Like I said, with Adebayo, you could see a big game from him. Particularly scoring, obviously, because Ware's been taking up more of the rebounds. But we're looking for Adebayo really to get more scoring in this one and get up, honestly, near 30 points is what I'm projecting on Adebayo tonight. So, love it there, guys, for Adebayo. Love the spot for him. Like I said, 76ers just decimated by injuries with Embiid being out, and they really have been having trouble stopping anybody in the paint. There's just nobody that could stop the big. So, love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We got Bam Adebayo over 30.5 points and rebounds here for the Miami Heat. Minus 114 odds on FanDuel. Okay. And for the national championship, this is unofficial. This isn't an official pick, so keep that in mind. This is not going to be tracked. Do what you want with this information. It's just my thoughts on the championship. Mine lean to be the Houston Cougars here versus the Gators. Minus 102 odds on MGM would be your best value there. Really think this is a team of destiny. If you look at these two teams, obviously the Cougars have the experience edge. They also have the defensive edge, right? We know Houston has a great defensive team. We saw what they did at the end of that Duke game to close the gap, and really they held Duke under 70 points, which was incredible. Not many teams can do that. And I think here they say defense wins championships. Like I said, with Houston, we obviously have the edge with that one. And I also think what's underrated in this matchup is the free throw shooting. So Houston better overall as a team free throw shooting, but more specifically, I want to focus on LJ Cryer, who's 90% at the line this season. Obviously, he is coming off a game versus Duke where he scored 26 points. He's the primary guy. So if this game comes, it's a close game at the end, Cryer could seal the deal at the line, which I think is huge in a game like this, obviously. I trust their free throw shooting more. I trust their defense more. And I just think there's a team of destiny. That comeback versus Duke, I think is really going to propel them to win this championship here. Obviously, this game's on CBS, so you guys have seen Jim Nantz enter the arena for just about every Houston game. They show him entering the arena to support Houston. Jim Nantz, a former CBS employee, a big Houston fan. He went to the University of Houston. So it just seems right that Houston wins the chip with Jim Nantz watching now from the sidelines instead of calling the game in his first game out of college basketball, in his first season out of college basketball. And I think there's a good chance. Like I said, I just think Houston's the team here. I don't think Florida's quite ready. Like I said, Florida's definitely made huge strides as a program this year, no doubt about it. Even when they beat Auburn the other day, I thought Auburn really should have won that game, and Florida escaped and ended up closing down the stretch. And obviously, I mean, really, Duke should have won, too, to be fair. But I just feel like Houston's the team of destiny here. So that would be my lean. I would take the Houston Cougars at minus 102 odds on MGM. Enjoy the game, guys. Whatever you guys decide to take, let me know what you guys are taking. I don't follow college basketball close enough to make that an official pick. I do obviously follow it because I'm a huge basketball fan, and that's where I would throw my money tonight if I had to pick, but just keep that in mind. But I appreciate you guys. We've had a great NBA season. Obviously, looking to continue that today. Love the spots that we have today. Just be careful closing out the season, as I always say, guys. Teams, you got to figure out motivation. Kings still have a lot of motivation, so I love Levine's over. Same thing with the Heat. So I love these two spots, but it's going to get tougher and tougher as we come down the stretch, which I'm not looking forward to in some ways. Just because, we could find winners, but it gets a little tougher when you don't know what teams are going to do with their lineups, minutes, all that type of stuff. So obviously it's an opportunity to play unders in certain situations. You'll probably see a bunch of those here towards the end of the year from us as we head into the playoffs. So, do appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support as always. You guys absolutely rock. Let's have a great day here in the NBA, and let's close this season out well. So, appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.